Good morning, little ones. This is Grandma's Bible Stories for Little Lambs, and I hope you will enjoy our story today. We're going to talk about Adam's story. Now, the book that I am reading is Children of the Old Testament. I thought it sounded very good. Let's read about Adam's story. Two little boys named Abel and Cain lay on a hill making flower chains. "Where did we come from?" Abel asked Cain. "Let's ask Father if he can explain." They walked through the meadow and stopped at a pond. They fed little rabbits and petted a fawn. "Where did you come from?" Cain asked a doe. There was so much Abel wanted to know. Here's the picture. See, oops, let me get this better. There's Abel and Cain and the baby animals. Supper was ready when the boys found Eve making a salad out of fresh green leaves. Adam came home from his hard day's work, planting his garden in the rich brown dirt. After the dinner and the campfire's glow, the boys asked their father all they wanted to know. "Sit on my lap," said the father to his sons. "I'll tell you how the heavens and the earth were begun." You see them all sitting there and after dinner asking their daddy all about it. Once, at the dawning of a brand new world, God made the universe and gave it a twirl. He looked at the darkness that blackened the night, then scattered the stillness with, "Let there be light." Light burst the darkness and scattered it away. Dazzling brightness sent shimmering rays. The light and the dark went separate ways. Evening and morning were the very first day. See? Let there be light. On the second bright morning, he created the sky. But only the Lord knows how and why. No bird or invention that's able to fly could reach to the end of God's heaven so high. On the third bright morning, God looked around. "I'll separate the water from the high, dry ground. The water on the globe I shall call great seas. I'll color up the landscape with grass and trees." There's the water and the dry land appearing. You see the trees? He raised all the mountains with his wonderful power. He sparkled up the earth with dewy, fresh flowers. Waterfalls rippled into glassy blue pools. Everything in nature was refreshing and cool. On the fourth bright morning, he liked what he'd done. He rolled up a fireball and called it the sun. A moon he arranged to give silvery light, and billions of stars that twinkle at night. Oh, what a beautiful world God made. On the fifth bright morning, he worked on the birds, creatures that fly and sing without words. The eagle mounted up at God's command. By the wisdom of God, hawks flew over land. He gave to the peacocks fabulous tails and little top knots to the cute brown quails. He made all the ladybirds and flashy bright males. He gave the sweetest song to the nightingales. Look at all the birds that God made. See, Grandma's in the nursery right now. I'm watching nursery and reading to the little ones. And so that's what you were hearing was little ones and vacuum cleaners. They were vacuuming the carpet for me. For the rest of the day, he made something new. He invented all the fish and marine life too. He filled up the oceans and the riverbeds deep with fish that swim and creatures that creep. The pretty shiny goldfish and the monstrous whales leaped in the water and splashed their tails. Clams on the ocean floor started making pearls. The octopi and seahorses stretched their ends in curls. All of the sea creatures. On the sixth bright morning, he had much to do, forming all the reptiles and the animals too. So he turned his attention to the beasts on the land, zebras in the meadows, and fleas in the sand, fireflies and dragonflies and tails of blue, insects and butterflies with wings that flew. From the crocodile in swampland to the little brown shrew, God formed them all to the last kangaroo. We're being serenaded by beautiful music. You see all the animals? Monkeys in the jungle and koalas in the trees, pandas in the bamboo and hives of bees, leopards with their furry tails, seals upon the ice. God liked them all and said, "How nice." When animals were finished, God created a man, a two-legged body with thumbs on his hands. God made him smarter than the creatures, but lo, man was the only one whom God gave a soul. There's all the creatures, and then there's man. You want to see the picture? You see the picture? He called the man Adam and said, "This do, name all my animals 2 by 2. So I named all the animals, and when I was through, God said, "I'll make a helper just for you." A man needs a person to share his life. And so God made him a beautiful wife. Live and love together, said God to us two, and take care of everything I've given you. Adam and Eve. Eve was created to be a helper for Adam.